Hello and welcome back to Starfield. Well, last episode we fought some terrormorphs in the spaceport here in New Atlantis, who would have guessed? And now we're here at the Brain Trust. We're getting ready to speak with the president. The president of what? I don't know, just the president of this planet? President of the cabinet? The president of Jemison, New Atlantis? I don't know. But anyway, we're back here. Report to President Abello in the massed cabinet chambers. We've arrived back at the cabinet chambers. Time to check in with President Abello, or Abello, I don't know, about what happened. That's what we're going to do right now.
The next time terrormorphs rear their ugly heads, the UC is going to be ready.
Okay. Why weren't they ready this time?
Duty is a tragedy. These attacks, they can't happen again.
Well, they're probably going to, unless you give me access to the cabinet. The archives. Madam President?
They just killed UC citizens.
Uh-huh.
They're not killing anymore.
Okay, you might want to go see a therapist or something, dude. President?
Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the terrormorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
You know, I kind of expected one of the jerkier people to be like, it's awfully convenient that the moment you're here to tell us how dangerous terrormorphs are, they show up on our doorstep. Is this orchestrated to convince us to give you access to the archives? That's what I think anyway. We could just say, agreed, thank you. We could say, better late than never, I suppose. Or we could say, I take my gratitude in credits, real estate, or luxury goods. Now, I mean, you know that my character, he really likes the credits. And pretty much any time that he can get credits, he's going to try to get them. But this is the president of something.
Something wrong, Captain.
And she still hasn't given us access to the archives. So let's just go ahead and just agree and thank her.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the terrormorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Let's say, me? Why not send a diplomat? Someone trained for this sort of thing. Or tell me what I'm getting first. Tell me what I'm getting first and I'll consider it. I can't be your representative. I'm just some Vanguard nobody. Or if you're sure that's the wisest course of action. Yeah, why are you going to send me? Shouldn't you send a diplomat?
The cabinet wants progress and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of terrormorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The cabinet was unanimous. They want you.
A cadre, huh? Not sure I've heard it pronounced that way before, but hey, maybe it's a valid pronunciation. Well, I mean, if you're sure that's the wisest course of action.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us?
Well, that's something that actually means something to our character. He grew up on the streets of Neon. I mean, I guess maybe technically he was a citizen. I don't know. I guess. I mean, he was... I actually don't know where my character was born, but as you know, his parents were killed by pirates. I'm going to say he's probably a refugee. Probably doesn't have a home, so citizenship means something to him. And what do I get for being a UC citizen? Let me think about it, you count on me. I'm just curious, though. What do I get for being a UC citizen?
It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us, we can open that door.
All right. Well, you can count on me, ma'am.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
9,600 credits added.
Check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
Okay. President?
You've done the UC an incredible service, Captain. Unfortunately, I believe this is only the beginning.
Man. Do we smell or something? I just took off. I mean, we're probably a little sweaty after that fight, but geez, it was bolted. What do you think about all this, Gideon?
Hey there, how's it going?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
Have a good one, Skipper.
Okay, you too. Well, let's take a look at our quest list, see what's next. Friends like these, but first we completed Eyewitness. The Cabinet's chosen me to try and convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to grant us access to the Armistice archives. I'm to check in with Deputy McIntyre in Interstellar Affairs to get the details. And then up here, friends like these, speak to Deputy McIntyre. President Abello has directed me to speak to Deputy McIntyre over in Interstellar Affairs. It sounds like she's going to help me get access to the archives. That's exciting. We're going to continue on with this UC mission. Let's see it through. I'm enjoying it. I have a little sit down though. We're still wearing our Ranger, or Freestar Collective Ranger uniform. Nobody cares. It would be really nice if they put some of that into the game where, you know, like in this case, the president would be like, why are you wearing... Dude, seriously? Rude. How? Why don't you just have a seat right in my lap? Anyway, yeah, it would just be nice if what you wore mattered. But it obviously does not matter at all. Whee! All right, let's go to Interstellar Affairs. That sounds awesome, doesn't it? Interstellar Affairs. Office of Interstellar Affairs. Oh.
Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Really? He wants me to do more work? He should be working for me. That's right, I said it. Security monitoring on premises. Hey, are you done cowering behind your cubicle, masked functionary?
Just once they could assign me to Neon. That's not too much to ask.
Why do you want to go to Neon?
The chief is never going to approve this deal. Wonder if I can propose some alternatives. He said what? Oh, that's gonna set back negotiations.
Oh, here's a nice big office. You know what? I think I'm gonna make this my office. Yep. This is my office now. Ooh, oh, that'd be so awesome if this like opened up and you could look outside. I'm so disappointed that you can't. I like to think that maybe that does open up and you could look outside, but maybe there's a button over here I could press. No, there's not. Alright, this is my office now. Send in Deputy McIntyre. Gideon, send in... Gideon. I like that I could talk to him from all the way over here, though.
What can I do for you, boss?
Hey, man, do you mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Sure thing, Skipper.
Did you ever manage to pay off your debt to the Trade Authority? Creepy.
Paid it off and then some. Your salary's generous enough that I had some extra credits to send Kalinda. She was over the moon when she got the transfer. Without that debt hanging over us, she can spend the extra credits on a nicer place.
Where is Kalinda planning to move? Of course, I'm supposed to remember all this stuff from when I talked to him 50 hours ago.
There are some affordable places near the edges of New Atlantis. I'll bet she ends up there. Honestly, I don't care where she and the girls end up. As long as it's safer than the well.
Well, it must be a huge relief to have the Trade Authority off your back.
It is. But the bigger relief is that my daughters will be growing up somewhere safer than the well. Hey, while I'm being all sappy, I want to thank you for taking a chance on me. I couldn't have done any of this without you, boss. You've got yourself a loyal weapons expert for life.
Okay. All right, well. Nice talking to you. Why don't you have a seat? You're creeping me out.
See you later.
Sit down, Gideon. Oh, no, wait. While you're up, will you go send in Deputy McIntyre, please? No? Okay, I guess not. Nice desk. Like how it just has a folder and a marker on it. That's it. Oh, ooh, a floating tissue box. Wait, as a matter of fact, everything's floating on this desk, isn't it? And I'm creeped out now. I don't want this room anymore. I see why it's empty. It's got ghosts. Oh, hey.
Excuse me?
Hello, how are you?
They said it's over. That we can get back to work. Like I'm going to get any work done today. Was it really terror morphs? In the city? Did you actually go down there and fight those things?
Yep,
yes.
Sure did. Levitating desk planet. See, that's okay if that levitates. It's supposed to levitate. It's just magnets. Spoiler alert. Let's look around in here. I think there was a computer I could look at before. Oh, there it is over there. Oh.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Oh, okay. She just got word. Oh, we better go in. Nova Galactic Manual 3 permanently reduces fuel needed for a grav jump by an additional 1%. That's right, you read that right. 1%. Yoink. Ooh, thirst for knowledge. Read 20 skill magazines. What's this thing? Superfood paste set. Oh no. So the owner caught you stealing, but she didn't say anything because she was told to give us whatever. Ah, come on, a bounty was added? Ah, for crying out loud. Look at this crap. Look at this. I just saved your butt. You're going to come in here and arrest me?
Stop now.
You stop now.
Security, don't make any sudden moves.
Fine, I'll pay the fine. It's still cheaper than getting stuff out of a vending machine. Have you seen how much that stuff costs? Here.
Smart move. Now come along.
No!
We'll take any
Oh.
contraband and stolen property, and you'll be free to go.
Good grave. Ooh, neat. Actually, we've been in here before. I got a little excited. Stolen items locker. Yeah, oh well. Whoa, look at all the stuff that was removed. When did I steal all that stuff? Holy cow, look at all the stuff. Did I get it all back? Ah, jeez. I don't know. Oh, well, you know why we're here. This guy wants to give us some more work. You know what? I'm not going to talk to him, though. I don't want to start on another mission while I'm in the middle of this one. I mean, yeah, hi, how's it going? Look over there.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said top minds were on it. Sure hope they know what they're doing.
Uh-huh. So if I break into this thing, will that be bad? Meaning, will they be mad at me if I break into it, or will they only be mad at me if I steal from it? Let's learn. Let's learn. Let's ask F5. Let's break into this thing. I just want to see what's in it. Okay, so this is for the inner ring only. No. Oh. I don't think this fits in the inner ring. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, so that's good. Then we need 4 more slots. For the inner ring, it's probably this one. Okay, so we've got the inner ring. This one and this one are inner ring. This one here. Let's see here. This one fits in the center ring. That leaves this one. Leaves a single. Okay, here we go. Okay, so outer ring. No, inner ring, center ring. Now we need to work on the outer ring. That fits. That doesn't go anywhere. Okay. We need another single in order to get this working. Doggone it. How about this one? Nope, that one doesn't fit anywhere. This one goes there. That leaves a 3. Don't think that'll work. Right? Shh. Okay, this one only works on the outer ring. Leaves, well, it leaves a 3 that I don't see anywhere. So it makes me think that perhaps I shouldn't use this one in the middle. This one works everywhere except the middle. Okay, this one. And I need a 3. There we go. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. There we go, we're in. Okay, so let's see. Are they mad at me? No, they're not. Let's see. Can I steal? There, I'm gonna F5 again, so I don't have to break into it again. Steal or transfer? Take all my stuff back. Thank you very much. Nothing to see here. No, that's not stolen property in my pockets. Nope. Wow, so all of that stuff in there, was that really what I was carrying around on me that was stolen? I don't know. All right, Gideon.
It's a leap of faith. You see it all the time. Some people beat the odds.
Uh-huh. Some people beat the odds. Take leaps of faith. Look like Prince. Don't you think? A little bit?
Don't worry. I turned it off.
Not even startled. Beautiful day. They cleaned it all up since the Terramorph attack. Looks like. Alright, we're going to go back over to Mast.
Need something, Chief?
And then we need to go directly up. I mean, why is this thing giving me 2 places to go? I don't think I have more than one quest. Oh, I do. I didn't know I could have more than one selected at a time. There we go. Turn that one off. We'll come back to that later. Don't you worry about it. Okay, we're going to go back into Mast. We're going to go back up to the top floor, talk with Deputy McIntyre. Hopefully that little embarrassing scene where we got arrested won't change her opinion of us. Are we alone? No, Gideon's still with us. Gideon get thrown in jail too, probably. I don't know. Gideon? He's like, nah, I'm good.
Pardon.
All right. Let's have. Ooh, you have a nice chair. It's pretty nice. Where's your computer? You don't have a computer? You just have a folder and a coffee mug and a succulent on your desk. Is this really a succulent? I don't know. Anyway, we got more important things to talk about. Let's speak with Deputy Elizabeth McIntyre.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
You know what? Let's pretend that I don't have the slightest idea. I mean, I do know, but I want to hear what she says.
Huh. All right. We'll start at the beginning. When the colony war ended, the UC and Freestar Collective came to the agreement some weapons needed to be off limits. Mechs, xenowarfare. So they gathered up all the relevant research materials and sealed that information away. Terramorph data included, in the archives here in the city. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories: UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people, the ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun, to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
I see. Well, what can you tell me about these codes? Can we forge them?
No. Each is a strip of several million random numbers generated on the fly based on biometric keys kept by each of the ambassadors on their person at all times. They're impossible to create without those keys, and those keys stay with the ambassadors, meaning we're accessing nothing if we can't get them on our side.
I see. Well, we could say it sure doesn't sound easy, or we could say no problem. I'm just going to need some electrodes, a tooth extractor, and some sodium pentothal. Or you could say you'd think they'd be clamoring to help after the spaceport attack. Well, I mean, maybe secretly Freestar Collective and House Varun likes that UC was attacked. It doesn't sound easy.
It won't be.
Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Well, let's start with Freestar. Let's do that. I've been there. We've seen it. We'll save this one for later. I mean, I didn't know House Varun was actually still a thing. Do we even know how to get in contact with House Varun? But anyway, we'll start with Ambassador Radcliffe of the Freestar Collective.
Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Other tools, huh? All right, tell me about these other tools then. No one can be that stubborn. New Atlantis was just attacked. Again, I don't think they're going to care. I mean, maybe they do a little bit. I think you're underestimating how delightful I am. I don't know. Tell me about these other tools.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters. which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
I see. Well, what can you tell me about this staff member?
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
I see. Any other things I should avoid doing inside the embassy?
Yes, many. Don't steal anything.
Aw.
Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
Well, that's all the info I need for the moment on Ambassador Radcliffe.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
9,600 credits. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. I don't want her to tell me about this again. I mean, I'm hoping that we could come back and ask her about this later. I'm sure we will be able to. I don't want her to tell me about House Varun right now because, maybe in order to get this quest to go forward, I have to have her tell me about this? Because I don't really want to take care of something else first. Fine, tell me about Ambassador Balmore of House Varun.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
I see. Why? What's wrong with House Varun?
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the great serpent in the sky. But that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varun did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
I see. Let's see here. That sounds pretty promising. I'm sure he could be reasoned with. House Varun are people just like us. No argument here. House Varun seem like nothing but a bunch of madmen. I mean, the fact that he's worked with us before does sound pretty promising.
It does, but there's a concern. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
What?
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
I see. Well, what do I do if he's dead?
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin, if we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I don't know, that sounds like kind of fun. Has no one actually been inside the embassy?
The embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
I see. Well, what kind of life signs did you detect in the embassy?
The Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador.
Okay, well, I'll track him down.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Nice.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds real good. Acquire the Freestar Collective archival code. I've gotten the rundown from Deputy McIntyre on both ambassadors. She's suggested I start by trying to negotiate with Ambassador Radcliffe of the Freestar Collective and dig up some dirt on her if she doesn't agree. Yeah. Deputy?
Welcome back. Everything going well with the ambassadors?
Yeah, I already talked to him. Nothing else I need for the moment.
Good luck then, Captain.
Thanks. I know I'm being all kind of silly about this, but I am actually really enjoying this. I think this is a cool quest. I like it. Kind of an interesting story. I'm mostly excited about getting into that embassy, House of Runes embassy, and seeing what's in there. Pretty excited about that. You know I like to explore, and it sounds like a fun place to explore. So yeah, I'm digging it. I am digging it. Having fun. Let's get out of here. But first, like I said, there's a computer here. Let's look at Functionary Gershon's computer. Oh, we need to unlock this thing. Oh, it requires a key which we do not have. Who is Functionary Gershon anyway? And where? Oh, wait a minute now. Yeah, somebody might see me eat that. Ooh, grapes. Put that there. So, I don't remember seeing anybody with that name.
Hello.
It's not you. You're just a generic functionary. Who are you?
Howdy.
Howdy, how you doing?
Was it really terramorphs? In the city? They said it's over. That we can get back to work. Like I'm gonna get any work done today.
Yeah.
Did you actually go down there and fight those things?
I did. I actually did. Well, I don't know where this, functionary is.
Hey.
I don't know. Maybe this is their room with the floating stuff in it. Okay. We're gonna take the elevator down. Back to the lobby. You know, that's a heck of a view you got there.
Yes? You needed something?
Oh, I thought you were Hadrian there for a moment. I really did. But that hair braids look the same to me.
Keeping the skies safe out there?
What is this place anyway?
This is Mast, the beating heart of the United Colonies. Every decision made in the civilized galaxy takes place inside these walls.
What is it you do here?
I'm one of Mast's resource officers. It's my job to ensure those here on official business get where they're going promptly, and that any rule breaking is dealt with swiftly.
Okay, well, gosh, nice talking to you.
Enjoy your time in New Atlantis.
Thank you. I'm a citizen now, by the way. Okay, so, acquire the Freestar Collective archival code. Let's go for a little walk. So I guess, I was thinking that we were going to go to... Boy, I'm blanking on the name of the Freestar city. Well, I tell you, I'm blanking on it. Anyway, I thought we were going to go back to the Freestar's place, but we're not. We're just going to go over to the embassy here. That makes things much easier. Hello. I'm going to hit F5. I guess we'll just go on in.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in our office. Go on through.
Thanks.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room. That means you. Official business? Talk to the ambassador. This building is Freestar sovereign territory, so in here, we're the law.
Okay. We got some elevators here. Over here we've got a door. Oh, look at that. Oh, that doesn't look so good. What in the world? What is this place? We got some chimes on the wall there. Some weights. I mean, it looks like a holding cell. Cube. Hard times. A notebook. Tissues. Nice little, that's kind of a cool painting there. Oh, where'd she go? Ooh, warning, authorized personnel only. Vent locked. Oh, man. Too difficult for me to unlock. Oh, man, I like climbing around through vents, man. I miss games that let me climb through vents so much. What the... What's the purpose of this door? I guess if you have this door shut, you can go through this door. And then here... Oh, look at this. Oh, who's this? Representative Chisholm. Alright, as much as I want to go around and talk to other people, I don't know, will I ever be able to come back in here? I don't know. Man, I tell you what, as hard as master locks are to open, or expert locks, I am not looking forward to unlocking this one. These master locks. Sheesh. I was reading the comments somewhere, probably on Reddit, where somebody was like, shouldn't locks get easier to unlock as I get better skills, you know, instead of harder? I thought that was a pretty good point. Oh, it's you again. Your name sounds familiar. Have we talked to this person before? Oh, look at this. Location.
To be back at the embassy.
Aquila. That's Freestar City. Ask TA, maybe Trade Authority, about updated shipping policies for non-native seeds. Volley, tax exemptions for Aurora to Trident. Porima, find a mechanical de-icing specialist. Clinic, do they really need more anesthesiologists? Montera Luna, reach out to the local magistrate about updated documents. Stroud has enough money. Is that our Stroud? Because these are locations. Stroud is a person. Anyway, Arcturus. What are you looking at? Keep on moving. That's right. Unresponsive. Nira, find a buyer for depleted uranium. Intercom. I like how the button presses in. I like that a lot. It's fun. I'm walking where you told me not to. What are you going to do about it? Ooh, what's this place? Oh, okay, never mind. We're not going to get in there. We're not going to get into that kind of trouble. Not with her walking around with that shotgun.
Terramorphs? As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Don't shoot me.
Sounds like it was a real mess down at the spaceport.
You have no idea. What's up, Cameron Long?
That woman is an absolute... Oh, sorry. Oh, what? You're the Vanguard captain, right? You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier.
You did get lucky. It was a war zone down there. Just doing my duty, or I have a lot of respect for this city and its residents, unlike some people around here. Nah, man, you got lucky. It was a freaking war zone down there.
Well, then you have my earnest thanks. But look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so you should probably go speak to her.
Probably should. Sounds like you could be doing more. A lot more, like working with me. Or we could lie and say, we're aware of your skills, Mr. Long. It's why the UC sent me to speak with you. Or I'll go check in with her. Gosh, man. I mean, talking to him could get her on the wrong side.
Thank you, Captain.
I mean, I'm hoping we could come back and talk to him if it turns out that she doesn't give us what we want. Don't look at me like that. I don't like the way people look at me around here. I don't like it.
Guests can make themselves comfortable in the lobby.
What?
Sorry. Everyone's a little on
okay.
edge.
She apologized. Hey, what's up, Chisholm?
Let's hope we don't run into any more delays on this visit. Thank you for helping me with UC security. It's good to be back at the embassy.
So yeah, we helped this guy earlier in the game. He was over by the spaceport. I don't remember the whole story, but he needed some help, and we helped him. What's this thing? A giant light switch? Don't know. Laredo runs in the family. Just sitting there looking at me. Now that's a notebook. Hello. Let's have a seat. I'm just gonna get comfortable here. There. Let's talk, Ambassador Evangeline Radcliffe.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
Seriously? I'm here on behalf of the United Colonies. We need the Freestar Collective's help. Or Captain Mental Fox, UC Vanguard, you and I need to talk, Ambassador. Or, you seem like a lady who wants to stop more terramorph attacks. Well, have I got a deal for you? Alright, that just seems dumb. We need your help.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Well, you heard correctly. We need access to the archives. You need to help us, otherwise any more deaths are on your hands. Or, nope, they sent me to beg. Please, please, pretty, pretty, please. Well, I mean, of course, this is ridiculous. We're not going to say that. This seems pretty heavy-handed right here. Yeesh. But yeah, we do need access to the archives.
I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
Well, we could try to persuade her. We could say, fine, I'll just figure this out some other way. Or, are you serious? There was just an attack on the city. You're really not going to help us? Yeah, are you serious, lady?
No, Captain, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. What you experienced down there at the spaceport, I've lived that once before already. Fought tooth and nail as aliens rampaged in the streets of my home and others all throughout the collective. But my aliens were placed there by UC hands. So I'm not interested in anyone getting power like that ever again. The UC most of all.
I see. Well, what if I told you that terramorphs couldn't be weaponized? Would that change your mind?
You have my answer. Now please take the hint.
All right, lady. I'm going to persuade you. And I'm going to persuade you hard. Listen to what I have to say.
You're really gonna push this?
Yep.
All right, I will give you one chance. One to convince me. Understood.
All right. Thank you. Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
She's listening. Woo, we got a lot of work ahead of us here. The Terramorph Xenoweapons project was a failure. That knowledge isn't dangerous. There are lives at stake here, or I know you've got it in you to do what's right. Well, I mean, yeah, the knowledge isn't dangerous. It was a failure. I'm telling you right now.
You know that for sure. That is interesting.
You were a soldier. It was your job to protect, and that's what we intend to do with this data. Or innumerable lives may hang on your decision here. Or every moment we spend in debate is time not spent fixing the terramorph problem. Yeah, you were a soldier. You know what it's like.
I suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility.
How many lives are you willing to risk here because you have a grudge against the UC? Or there are lives at stake here, or every moment, blah, blah, blah. Yuck. Yeah, how many lives are you willing to risk just because you have a grudge?
It's possible I might be letting my history cloud my judgment. Possibly.
Oh gosh, now we have to go to one of these. Listen, there are lives at stake here. Come on.
And those lives are in my hands.
Yeah.
Well, Captain, you make some good points.
Darn tootin'.
But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions.
Uh-oh.
Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Agreed, that's way too much. Yeah, I think I need to speak to Deputy McIntyre first.
Well then, I guess you better get a move on.
Yeah, we need to go back and speak with the deputy. We can't make a decision like that. So if we look at our quest list now, Radcliffe's demanded that Freestar monitors observe all research done with the terramorph data. But I'm not comfortable agreeing to that without McIntyre's say-so. I need to run this by her first. She was actually pretty easy to convince. She really was. Could you get up any slower, dude? Can't access her computer. Hey, what's back here? Oh man, we can't get in there. I'd really like to see what's in there. Well, now we don't have to use Cameron over here to get what we need. It doesn't look like. I really wasn't expecting my convincing or persuading skills to be that good. They're pretty good. Pretty good. Has anyone ever noticed the food at Chunks tastes like synthetic plants? Yes, me. What doesn't? Attention. All staff are to stay out of the well. The embassy will not compensate for any losses accrued by ignoring this directive. And then remember, don't ask the ambassador too many questions. Doesn't she come in this room and see this? She never comes in here. Are you kidding me? She's not gonna rub elbows with the riffraff. Not a chance. She's got her own private suite back here. Warning, employees only beyond this point. Oh, I really want to see what's back there. Really, really do. Do I have any more skill points? I do. Let's see here. Where security? Yeah. Rank 3, you can attempt to hack master level locks, and 4 auto attempts can be banked. Yeah. Let's get it. What? No, I can't. Oh, okay. I need to pick 4 more locks before I could do that. All right. Well, I will then. I will. I'll find 4 more locks to pick. All right, we're going to end this episode here. When we come back next time, I guess we'll head back to McIntyre and see if she agrees. Honestly, I didn't really feel like she was asking too much.
New Atlantis is seamless, but on occasion, you have officers who want to settle old grievances.
Yeah. Did you just notice I was talking to somebody when you walked up? That was rude. Anyway, we're going to end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you had a good time. If you did, let me know. Let me like or comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.